There are countless versions of the American dream out there for each person. Some dream of culture-rich city life, some desire to run their own business, and some want to spend every day at the beach. I'm your host, Jem Morris, and I want to welcome you to The American Dream, the only show to bring you positive stories about real estate, lifestyles, and success from across the country. On this week's episode, we're sharing our favorite segments from July. We'll be bringing you stories from San Diego, Boston, Cincinnati, New York, and of course, the best stories from your city. Let's start the show.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
Our show is both national and local, and I'm proud of the fact that we're here to share stories that both inform and inspire our viewers for the better. Our first segment is brought to you by a professional in your city. Let's hear from them now.
Hello, this is Noe De Leon with Identity House Real Estate. Thank you for joining us on the Dallas segment of The American Dream. I have a special guest with us today and a dear friend, Candy Evans. She's an amazing journalist, social media entrepreneur, and now the nation's leading real estate blogger. We're always looking forward to looking at your blog and hoping that we get mentioned and it's really a great pleasure, a very big treat for our
Well, you're
sellers.
a very good agent. We mentioned you a lot. Real estate is basically how we live.
Right.
And that's what's such an important story now. Real estate is the #1 industry in Dallas, I think.
We are at 8702 Eustis Avenue. So I really look forward to kind of showing you around and showing you some of my favorite things.
Oh, the stove. Love this. This is a gas grill, gas stove. And then that backsplash is to die
Yeah, I
for.
know the backsplash, you did an amazing
And they did it
job.
everywhere.
And they did it everywhere. Now the cool thing is too, there's a lot of really great unique features. So don't necessarily have to touch it.
Someday.
There you go. Wipe on, wipe on. There you go.
The master.
Yes.
This is beautiful. I love it. They did those windows high up so it brings in light, and yet you can still get your headboard under
That's
it.
right. We're starting to see a lot more builders do that.
I don't know why builders, I used to see homes, I go, why are you putting all these windows everywhere? You can't put any furniture in here. I think it's because more women are building
Well,
now.
and in fact, the builder was a woman.
Very lovely. Oh, a tub and is there a shower? Oh, there's
Yes,
a huge
right
shower. The car wash shower, that's what we call it. It's big enough for a party, which it should be. This is beautiful. Double dual vanities. They've done a great job on this master suite. And of course the pocket door.
Right.
We cannot have enough of these.
Nope.
No,
I love
no,
them
no,
personally.
they're the
I
best.
think
They
should be
save
everywhere.
space. You don't hit someone in the butt with it. You know, it's the way to go. Builders, put more of these in.
Yep. All right, so let's take you upstairs.
Woo, we've got some space up here. And some pretty windows.
Well, the views are amazing. So much natural light. I mean, you could literally have all the lights out and
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
you know, function.
Yes.
So this is a nice little cozy.
Built
second
in.
living area, built in. You have the little LED fireplace there. Makes it really nice. Really suitable for a game room. You know,
Put a pool table in
the
here
younger
or-
adults hanging up here, the
Yeah.
teenagers up here, and then the adults downstairs.
Downstairs, and again, they've got these beautiful, her signature windows are lovely. And I'm sure those are thermopane, right?
Yes.
Double, yeah.
Yeah.
And we have a bedroom here?
So you got the bedroom right in here. You can see, you know, the house. I mean, this is a really good size. Almost
Yes.
as feel as a second master.
This is like a second master,
You know,
yeah.
and as you walk into the bath there, you can kind of take a look at it. It does have a standing shower. You have great views of the backyard. Well, let me go ahead and show you the backyard, the back patio, and see how much fun we can get there.
I love it. I'm looking forward to seeing that. This is beautiful.
Yes, it's fantastic.
I love the little garden here. I love the deck, and this yard is beautiful. This is great, and the deck wraps all the way around the house.
It makes it super nice in the evening.
Yes.
Very nice and cool.
And cool, and sit out here with me, a little glass of wine.
There you go.
And just kind of relax and think about the day. I think you've got a real winner here. I give it a grade A+. Yeah.
You heard it from Candy's Dirt?
I know. I give it my approval. Thank you.
Awesome.
The American Dream is about bringing you inspirational real estate, lifestyle, and success stories. This week, we highlight some of our favorite segments from July, but we have one more story from your neighborhood. Let's check it out. We're covering the market in Dallas with my next guest, Tommy Pistana. He is the team leader of the Pistana Group with Compass. Tommy, it's so great to see you again.
Hey, great to see you, Jan.
So, Tommy, as the market becomes more competitive in the Dallas area, what are some of your top tips that you can share for sellers that are looking to get their home on the market?
Well, I think number one, what you want to do as a seller is pick a day that you're going to list and then work back from there. So many people just call me a week out saying, hey, I want to sell my home. Can you put a sign in the yard tomorrow? Which is great. You know what? You might actually sell it quick, but in the end, if you take the time, plan, gives you an opportunity to interview realtors, meet with friends. They're your best critic. They might tell you, hey, you might need to paint the house. Hey, you might need to move grandpa's ugly recliner out of the living room. If you take the time to do those things, in the end, you're going to get a lot more value out of your home, make the entire process a whole lot easier.
I love that idea. I haven't heard that before. Maybe even have some kind of a walkthrough with friends and family, and you can go through a checklist of every imperfection that they notice.
Yeah, correct.
I love that idea. So you really recommend having a plan of action rather than just throwing your house up on the market and kind of crossing your fingers and hoping for the best?
Yes, correct. I mean, it's so easy with your home where you raise your children, you make memories. It's so easy to get caught up in the emotion of the home. But your home's a business when it comes to selling. It's your biggest asset, and you want to get top dollar for it. So you definitely want to treat it that way. You want to take time to declutter. You want to take time to do the necessary updates that will give you that top dollar value.
So what do you do, Tommy, then, if a seller doesn't have the money to do those necessary repairs? Can you share a little bit more about the Compass Concierge that you and your team provide at the Pistana Group?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So a part of Compass, what we offer is that if a seller, and we've done the research, we've learned that the majority of people have their equity tied up in their home. So they don't necessarily have the cash to change out granite countertops, to put up a backsplash, to paint, for landscaping. So what we do at Compass is we will pay for all those repairs up front. You can get your own contractor. We can provide them. We will pay out the contractor. There are no upfront fees, no interest, no hidden fees, nothing. And then when the home sells and closes, that amount that you had spent is deducted back to Compass again for no fees. So it's an awesome program.
And that's really such a win-win because you're probably going to get more money for your home because of the upgrades.
Exactly, and that's what people are learning now as the market has kind of balanced out. The days of just putting a sign in the yard and selling are over. You need to figure out a way to separate yourself from the 5 other homes in your neighborhood on the market, and this is a great program.
Well, let's shift gears here, Tommy, and talk about a home that is already professionally staged, absolutely beautiful. This is a listing of yours in Grapevine, Texas.
Yes, it's coming up on the market this week. It's at 1323 Hilltop Drive in Grapevine. If you don't know about Grapevine, it is centrally located within minutes of the DFW airport in the center of the Metroplex. This home is a custom design build by McJunkin Signature Homes. It's going to hit the market at the end of the week, listed at $699,900. So I'm very excited. Make sure to check it out.
Absolutely. Well, Tommy, thank you so much for coming on today and teaching us something that I did not know. San Diego is one of the largest cities in the country, and as such, has a constant flow of interesting and exciting events to peruse. This story is about a classic car event that's been going strong for 20 years. What's up, California?
Connie Malkiewicz with Team Malkiewicz at Brush Real Estate in beautiful downtown Escondido, California at Cruisin' Grand, where we're going to take a look at some classic cars and see a lot of the locals having a great time. Steve Waldron, I thought I knew everything about Escondido, but I didn't know you started Cruisin' Grand 20 years ago. That's amazing. What and why? Why Cruisin' Grand and why Escondido?
Well, I was pretty much raised here, and I just thought we had the cruise night on Valley Parkway, and that went away when I was a kid. And I thought the street just had the perfect ambiance for
It really
cruising.
does.
And so I approached the police chief and the powers to be in Escondido, and they kind of were like, hesitant. And I told them, I said, hey, these are the same guys that used to race cars around in the 60s and 70s, but the cars are worth too much money now, so they'll be cool. And they got the grandkids with them now.
Oh, that's so awesome. And what do we have here?
We had Packards and Pierces tonight. There's a Lincoln up there. And this is a Packard. It's a 39 Packard. And right here is a Pierce.
Okay, now you told me something about this this emblem. What does this mean?
Well, when these cars were competing with each other back in pre-war, the Packard brothers started building Packards here, and they had the hood ornament. They called it the Goddess of Speed, as you see there. And Pierce came out, and their emblem was shooting the Goddess of Speed with an arrow. It's just a rivalry between
That is
the
a
automobiles.
great tidbit. And you know what else I love? The other tidbits about Escondido, where we've got 3 lakes, we've got 5 golf courses, we have all kinds of wonderful restaurants open up and down here on Cruisin' Grand. I love this night. My family loves this night. And little did I know, Steve Waldron, Waldron Enterprises, you're the guy that started all this. So I have to thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
Oh my gosh, you have changed the fabric of Escondido, and come to think of it, so is your wife, being on the city council and now an assemblywoman.
Yep.
The two of you have done wonders for Escondido. I can't thank you enough. As a resident, real estate agent, I'm selling homes around here, and you know what? I make sure people come to Cruisin' Grand so they can see the fabric of this community.
Yeah. The community came out to this event from the very beginning and adopted it, and I'm just a little cog in the wheel. I mean, these car people, they're phenomenal. I mean, in this town, you have car builders that have won the pinnacle awards in all the world.
Wow.
Right here in Escondido. And like I said, the folks here, they've adopted this event, so I'm just a little piece of it.
Well, you did a great job. I love Cruisin' Grand and I love Escondido. So thanks for helping to promote it. You're the best.
Well,
thank you so much. Have a great night.
I will. Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out with me tonight at our signature event. If you want to buy a car, go see Steve. If you want to buy a house, come and see me. And if you want a great time, come to Cruisin' Grand every Friday night, April through September.
One popular real estate sales technique that has seen a massive rise in recent years is the art of staging. This next story takes us to a thriving business in Boston that facilitates home sales by bringing style to any home. Get your stage on.
Hey guys, today we're going to talk about staging in today's real estate market. Very important part of the process to sell your real estate for top dollar. And today we're going to meet up with Blair Hamaty, who owns Setting the Space right here in downtown Plymouth. Blair and his team actually stage properties all up and down the East Coast. So we're going to pop into his flagship store here. This is a pretty cool spot to check out what they offer and also learn more about staging and how to do it correctly. Let's go check it out.
So 14 years ago, we started home staging. And today we're one of the largest home staging companies in the whole wide world. So we're in downtown Plymouth. It's a 12,000 square foot home store. We call it an everything store, so you can come in, get everything for the house, but you can also buy cool stuff for kids, clothing, anything that you can even begin to imagine. And then at this point, we have 6 different locations throughout Massachusetts only, so we have some down the Cape and some north of Boston as well. And it's all because of our staging business.
It is so important now more than ever to stage properties.
Right. So what happened is that staging's always been important, but today you have to be different. I don't care how hot the market is, okay? You can be in any town or any city that has what they call a hot market, but if you're not showing your home in the best light, then you're leaving money on the table. The second you turn around and you invest in staging, what's going to happen is 2 things. Number 1, it's going to sell 5 times faster, and that's definitely a statistic that's very, very well known. And the other thing that's going to happen is you're going to get much more return on the investment. So you're going to invest in staging, it's going to come back to you sometimes 3-fold, sometimes 4-fold, sometimes 5-fold. So it's amazing. The cost of staging is less than the first price reduction. You love that. I know you do, right? It's really powerful because if the house doesn't sell, within the first 3 weeks, then the realtor is going to go back to the seller and they're going to say, we have to readjust your price. And that price can be anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000 depending on the selling price. The cost of staging is not going to hit anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000. Okay, so it's important to understand that the investment of the staging is less than that first price reduction. If they had staged, they would never see that price reduction. Okay, statistically, 92% of our properties sell within the first 7 days of being staged. So that's huge.
It's an amazing statistic for sure.
When we go out to talk about staging, I always encourage everybody that we should be staging the whole entire house. It's real simple. If you go look at a house, are you buying part of that house or are you going to buy the whole house?
The whole house.
Of course. Okay, so it's an easy concept. So what happens is that we need to feed into your emotion. Okay, you're buying your dream, so we have to let the emotions hit people. So when you walk into that house, if you see a staged home, and then all of a sudden you see some staged rooms, and then you go into empty rooms, your emotion is going to go low. So the way we do it is that we start with the largest investment, which is staging every single room, and then if we start to get a price situation where they're saying, look, we do want to do staging, but right now we just can't afford or we don't want to invest that much money, then we talk about a partial staging, and we talk about the key rooms to do.
Important piece out of this whole thing is in today's market, it's not as simple as just putting a sign in your front yard because the market's hot. Be different, stage the property. It's an investment and can make a big difference.
With the advent of big online business, it's getting pretty tough to maintain that unique feel that brick and mortar shops brought to neighborhoods around the country. We're taking you to a shop that prides itself on keeping things positive and relaxed. Let's head to corporate in Cincinnati.
Hey, it's Robert Smith, the realtor. Hey, I'm in Cincinnati in Hyde Park. Hyde Park is super hot for real estate, for residential, as well as for commercial. This is a store called Corporate. It's an urban shoe store. Great styles, great shoes. It's a wonderful store. Let's take a look at it. I'm here with Matt Tomamichel, the store owner of Corporate. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good, man. How are you today?
Good, good.
I'm feeling extra lively today.
That's good stuff.
Right.
Hey, man, it's good to be here, man. Thanks for what you're doing for the community. Hey, I did want to ask you about your brand, Corporate. You're doing a lot of marketing, and your name is making room for you. So the Corporate name, how'd you come up with it? Give us some ideas on the word Corporate.
So, you know, anybody that's ever worked in retail, they've always experienced the corporate agenda or the corporate, threat almost that just kind of comes down from management, right? And I always hated that because I always felt pressured just to do my best at my job, and I never wanted somebody else to feel that way. You know, whether it's a customer, whether it's somebody that works with me or whoever, I just wanted to take that negative and turn it into a positive. But on paper, it looks so official, right? Like corporate, you know? So I just, again, that was just my whole take on it.
you have a whole lot of shoes. I've never seen as many shoes. So, question, so you have people of all ages come to your store, like all ethnicities. I mean, they're just everybody. Do you give me an example, like of just, is there a certain demographic, is it just everybody loves your shoes?
So basically now with the trend in footwear is just everybody can enjoy it at some price point, right?
Okay.
So then you got a guy that might only be into Vans, he might only be into Nike, he might only be into Jordan, or whatever the case may be. But we do see a lot of overlap now just because people are experiencing it. It might have been your dad that passed it on to you and your brother, and now you're passing it on to your son or your daughter.
You had a big ball. I was here about a couple months ago. You did a big sneaker ball. So one thing about your success is you still give back to the community. Can you speak a little bit about your sneaker ball, or what do you have? What was that about?
So outside of just corporate, we have this nonprofit called Bigger Than Sneakers, which is like, taking my success with corporate and now bringing significance. And significance is what we, do for the community. Because, it can't just be a take situation. You burn people out, you're not giving back, and I just don't see that being the reputation that I wanted to hold. My team and I, we put together the Cincinnati Sneaker Ball. That's gonna be an annual thing. Each year we team up with a local charity, and we're able to give back, have everybody come out, again, using our broad clientele.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. It's a beautiful place.
Anyone can appreciate the appeal of a home designed for entertaining and simply enjoying the finer things in life. Our last story takes us to a tastefully designed home in the classy neighborhood of Soho in New York City.
Hi, I'm Matthew Mackay.
And I'm Ben Dixon.
And we're the Mackay-Dixon team at Douglas Elliman Real Estate.
Today we're excited to show you our newest exclusive, an $8 million loft in New York City's iconic Soho neighborhood. .30 Crosby is situated on a quiet cobblestone street just moments from everything Soho has to offer.
We love Soho for its shopping. You've got labels like Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Dior, independent labels like Dinosaur Designs, all within blocks of each other. What we love about Soho, even more than the shopping, is its amazing restaurants.
If you're in the neighborhood, you should be sure not to miss great standards like Balthazar, Lure Fish Bar, or Raoul's. Welcome to 30 Crosby. The first thing you'll notice upon entering this amazing loft are the 13-foot ceilings, this incredible custom wood-burning fireplace, and all of the walls you have here for artwork.
This beautiful loft features a massive open chef's kitchen with a great center marble island, perfect for entertaining. Off of the main living space is this amazing, luxurious master suite with a 13-foot custom entry door. The luxurious master suite features custom upholstered walls, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking your own private green space, and every New Yorker's dream, a gigantic walk-in closet.
Entering the master bath is like entering your own private spa. We have double vanities, a deep soaking tub here, and a luxurious custom shower like you've never seen before. loft's luxurious library with its red leather walls and black lacquer custom cabinetry is the perfect place to relax at the end of the day.
It also works great as a guest room since you have an in-suite bath. The generously sized second bedroom features a full wall of closets, custom upholstered walls, and full-height French doors that open out onto your own private garden.
We would like to thank everyone that has helped the American Dream become what it is today. It was great to check out some of our favorite stories from July and hear from some exceptional people in your city. We love learning about so many different parts of the country, and we hope you do too. Thank you for watching.